श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे. My reverential pranams to all the revered Swamis assembled here, the chief guest, and my dear students. I am very happy that most of you came on time. My 20 years experience, it is not always so. They keep coming late. Some have come a little late now, but most of you were here on time. That, I think, is very commendable. Thank you for that. This is something we Indians have to learn. Yeah, you can applaud yourself. We Indians are timeless people. Kalatitru. ಟೈಮ್ ಸರಿ ಏನೂ ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಈ ಸಮಯ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿರಬೇಕು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಾ, ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಕ್ಲೌಡಿ ಡೇ, ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್. How many of you want success in life? Kindly raise your hand. How many of you want success in life? It sounds a foolish question, alva? Yaru bada Swami, elrigu success beku. Tonight one thief is going out in the city. Avanu devuru namaskara ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಪ್ಪ ನಾಳೆ ಒಂದು ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಹೊಡಿತೀನಿ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕಳ್ಳತನ ಆಗಲಿ. Everyone wants success in life. And what is our definition of success? What will it mean? I would have been happy to know your definitions, but I know this platform is not very conducive for an interaction. And at the very beginning, I don't think you will be happy to open your mouth. Please listen. But I have a request. I see almost everyone has come with his bag. ಖಂಡಿತ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಪೆನ್ನು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಚೆ ತೆಗಿಬೋದೆಲ್ಲ. ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಲಾಭ ಇಲ್ಲ. You will get some points. Please believe me. 1-2 ಪಾಯಿಂಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು ಖಂಡಿತ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಈ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಈ ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕೀಪ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ಸ್. ತರದೇ ಇದ್ದವ್ರನ್ನ ಪೇಚಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಗಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಕ್ಕಿ ತಂದಿರೋರು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಆಚೆ ತೆಗೆದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ತರದೇ ಇದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಿವಿ ಮಾತು. ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಶಾಪ್, ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಬುಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎ ಪೆನ್. ಖಂಡಿತ ನಮಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮಗೂ ಇದಾಗಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. How will we define success? Success can be defined as achieving our goals. Seat ಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಸೀಟು, ಡೆಂಟಲ್ಲೋ, MBBS, 12 standards, so much of tension. Then you got a seat. Then it will continue like that. After this, MD, after that DM, after that ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಬಾಲಂಗೋಚಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಮಾಡೋದು. So every moment you have some challenge, and when you achieve that challenge, successful in that, that is success for you. Then overcoming challenges, attaining position, social position, status, wealth, and the desired relationships which you want, you have those relationships fulfilled. All that is understood as success, and success is joy. ಸಂತೋಷ, ಸುಖ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ. ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಆದಾಗ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸುಖ ಇಲ್ಲ. And every living being in this world wants success. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಬೇಕು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಸು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಾಯ್. ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಶಸ್ಸು, ಅಂದರೆ ಸುಖ, ಆನಂದ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಆನಂದವನ್ನೇ ಕೋರ್ತಿರೋದು ನಾವು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್. ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಹೌ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್ ರೂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಎಂಥದೇ ಯಶಸ್ಸಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಕಳ್ಳತನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಕಳ್ಳನ ಯಶಸ್ಸು. ಅವ್ನು ಹಿಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಇರ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಸು. ಇವನು ಕಳ್ಳತನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಸು, ಇವನು ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನಿಗೆ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಸು. ಅವ್ನು ಸಿಗಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರು. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಕಾಣ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲದರ ಹಿಂದೆ, ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ರೂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಎನಿ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. And that factor can be described as growth mindset. Growth mindset, ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ, ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಅಪ್ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್, ಸಿನಾನಿಮ್ಸ್ ಏನಾರ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. One root factor behind any kind of success is a mindset which we can for today call growth mindset. ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯ ಒಂದು ಮನೋಭಾವ. Continuously developing myself, improving myself. I have to reach somewhere. ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಇನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇಗ ಎದ್ದಿರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಕಾಲೇಜಿಂದ ಬೇಗ ಹೊರಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ಯು ಕೇಮ್ ಆನ್ ಟೈಮ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. Every day, in everything, we seek success. And there is joy in that. But the root factor behind that joy, that success, is what we call growth mindset. A mind which says, I will improve, I will do better. Growth mindset. In fact, growth is the sign of life. ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯೇ ಜೀವನದ ಒಂದು ನಾಂದಿ. If there is life, there must be growth. Growth is the sign of life. Swami Mahamedhananda says, life is growth. Life is growth. Are you developing? Growth andre developing. Are you developing? If you are developing, you are alive. If you are not developing, then you are alive physically, but maybe not in other deeper dimensions, in a deeper sense. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಹೊಂದಬೇಕು. ಶರೀರ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಹೊಂದೋದು ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯ ಸ್ವಭಾವ. Your hairs will grow. That is nothing ನಿಂದೇನು ದೊಡ್ಡತನ ಇಲ್ಲ. There is no greatness in your hair growing. That happens by itself. But there is something else. Inside it has to grow. That is where your greatness comes. But there is growth. It is a growth mindset. When we talk about growth, we can, in general, classify this as 3 kinds of growth. When we talk about growth, we can say 3 kinds of growth. First is personal growth. Second, social growth. Third, professional growth. You probably are familiar with this. 3 kinds of growth we have to keep in mind. Unless you keep this in mind, you won't know whether you are developing there, and you will not be able to put efforts to develop in those dimensions. 3 dimensions of growth: personal growth, social growth, professional growth. In all these 3 dimensions, I have to put my time and my energy and my efforts to grow, to develop. Why this is to be told? Because we are now in a society where competition, cutthroat competition is the play, and only thing that is used to judge your success is your marks. Am I right? Your success depends on your marks. Have you scored 98? Very successful student. What about other things? Are you successful in social life? Are you successful in your personal life? That nobody bothers. If you have scored marks, it is very successful. Why is marks considered successful? Because marks will bring a good job. What is a good job? Bigger salary. So finally, money is equal to success. Money is the measure of success. Society has now taken this narrative. It is a wrong narrative. Those who are intelligent, sensible, little common sense, they will understand this narrative is not going to do good to me and neither to my society. There are other dimensions where I have to put efforts and grow, not just in terms of money, profession. Personal growth, social growth, professional growth. Professional growth, it is not for me to speak. There is doctor here. He will give you. He has lived a life like that. All-round growth. So he will be more eminent and he will give you the ideas for that. Social growth, that is not the topic for me today. I will talk about personal growth. Because personal growth is the foundation. Personal growth is the foundation upon which we have to build our social growth and professional growth. Please keep this in mind. It is on your personal growth that you should construct your social growth and professional growth. If you are not understanding this, under some influences, you may think professional growth is everything in life. And it will take a long time to understand, I am very successful in profession, but I have failed in my social life. I have failed as a person. My personal life is a failure. And you will see examples of this in society. Look around you. Sometimes in your own family you will find. He is very successful in his profession, but in family he is a failure. As a human being, as an individual, he has failed. He has not been able to manifest his potentials. He is not a good person. His relationships are all broken. That means he didn't give time and attention to these two growths: social growth, personal growth. And personal growth should be the foundation. If you don't give attention to this, what happens? It will be a one-sided growth. Successful outside, failure inside. Successful outside in the world, failure in the world inside. This is something which we all know, but we are not aware of. We live in two worlds. We live in the world outside. You are all sitting here, hopefully listening to me. And we also can live in the world inside, imaginary world, in our own mind. We have to be successful inside and outside. It will not do to be successful outside. Sometimes you hear this news. Someone who is very handsome, beautiful, very rich, very accomplished commits suicide. Why? Hundreds of Indians commit suicide. Thousands of Indians commit suicide every year. Thousands. In IIT Madras, average 4 people commit suicide in a year. Why? They are very brilliant, very intelligent. Inside, there was a failure, a sense of failure. Because they didn't pay attention to their inner personal growth, and all their attention was only on professional growth, social growth, when there came challenges, obstacles, they could not digest it. They thought, I'll escape this by committing suicide. Actually, there is no escape. He'll just become a ghost and live there. There is no escape through suicide. The only way to overcome anything is to face that challenge. And that they did not learn. That is why it is so important to repeatedly tell ourselves, I have to first build my personal growth. On this personal growth, on this foundation, I will bring my social growth and then my professional growth. You have now entered into the process of building your professional growth. As medical students, in another 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, you will be doctors. And then you will build your profession. Professional growth will happen. But in this process, please keep in mind, you have to take care of your personal growth. It will not happen automatically. Unless you give mind and attention and time and energy, it will not happen automatically. When you give time and energy, you will understand how to build my personal growth, how to build myself as an individual, as a human being. That is one of the reasons why you have come here, to pick up ideas, to learn ideas on these aspects of developing our personality. Altogether, it is called personality development, developing my personality as an individual. And when I don't develop, I said it will be a one-sided growth. And you may say, what is your problem with that? I will only grow outside. I don't want my personal growth. What does it matter to you or to society? No, it matters. Why? When you develop only your professional growth or only your social growth without personal growth, you cannot but be corrupt. You will become corrupt. We have hundreds of examples. In your own fraternity, as doctors, you already know, there are so many corrupt doctors who do operations just to earn money. Do you agree? Am I right? Yes, I was addressing some lawyers in Mysore the other day. I asked them, do you think lawyers are honest? One voice, they said, no, they are not honest. Will you be honest? Yeah, we will try, they said. At least they were honest in that. We will try to be honest, but lawyers are not honest. That was their opinion. And same thing about any profession, not just lawyers or doctors, any profession. There is a lot of corruption because people have not given attention to this personal growth. They don't even know what is personal growth. All that they know and they care is professional growth, social growth. I should have a big bungalow, I should have a big car, people should respect me for my money, my looks, my wealth, my power, my position, and that is joy in life, that is success in life. But that success comes at a heavy cost, both to him, the individual, and to society. Society will suffer because this man cannot have success in the right way. His success will be on the foundation of corruption. He will be corrupt inside and he will be corrupt outside. And that is what we call in Kannada, Desha Droha, betrayal. Betrayal of our country, of fellow human beings. Therefore, again I say, give attention to personal growth. Very good. If we are convinced that we have to grow, personally, that is inside, we have to develop ourselves. Let us try to understand what is personal growth. I will go back to our traditional understanding of a man. You are all doctors, you already have some idea now about man. His physiognomy, what is the body, how does it, what it constitutes, how does it function, how does it malfunction, what are the remedies for its malfunctioning, all this you have learned. But there is another way of understanding a human being, not just through the body, and not just through the mind also. There is another way of understanding. What is that? It comes through our traditional understanding. Please settle down quickly, and those who are listening to me, stay focused. They have come a little late for whatever reason. They will settle down, but you stay focused. Don't get distracted. What is this traditional understanding of a human being? Swami Vivekananda has a sentence. In one of his writings, we find this. He has put it in English, so I will use that. But it is not that Vivekananda discovered this. This is a discovery of the Indian rishis. The rishis, our ancestors, they have discovered this. What? Swamiji puts it like this. Man is a compound of animality, humanity and divinity. Man is a compound of animality, humanity and divinity. Pashutva, manushatva, daivatva. Moorara sammishranave manushya. Animality, humanity and divinity. Basically we are all animals, nicely dressed in white coat, but still we are animals. That animality, there is nothing wrong in that, but it is in a level of awareness, functioning of consciousness, animality. Then humanity, manushatva. Then divinity, daivatva. It is not that I have three persons or I am three persons. I have three levels of functioning, three levels at which my awareness can function. I can live like an animal. I am born an animal, and I can live like an animal and die like an animal. Or I have the option and the opportunity to evolve into becoming a human being. Just because I have a human body, that doesn't mean I have what is called humanity. Manushya sharira idda matrakke manushatva ide antilla. Manushatva, that humanity, that is something which has to be developed, cultivated. It doesn't come automatically. What comes by nature is animality. But from that animality, I have to develop myself to become a human being. Kuvempu calls, become a Vishwamanava. Vishwamanava, universal human being. That is a far cry. Let me first become a normal human being. Manushatva, humanity. And then I discover my true nature, my highest dimension or innermost dimension, which is called divinity, daivatva. This is the process of evolving, evolution. At the physical level, there is no more evolution. I will not get two more hands and one more eye to do multitasking. This is all. Doctors say, scientists say, there is no more physical evolution. Evolution is in the realm of psychic, that is in the mind, and in the level of spirit, awakening my higher dimensions. That process of evolving from animality to humanity to divinity is what we call spirituality. And that is the goal of religion. Every religion has only one purpose. Every religion, true purpose is this, to help a human being to rise from animality to humanity to divinity. And there are different terminologies used for it and different ways prescribed according to the culture in which the religion is born. Be that aside. How to understand this? How to know whether I am living at an animal life as an animal? This can help you. When I live like an animal, if I am living at the level of an animal, I will be dominated and guided by my subconscious mind. Subconscious mind means instincts, pravrutti. In our samskar, we call it samskar. In our culture, we call it samskar. The samskars of so many lifetimes, instincts we can call it, they dominate me. Subconscious mind guides my choices and my life. Subconscious, without thinking I do things. Instinct-driven life it is called. A subconscious level instinct-driven life, it will be a selfish life. Swartha, selfish life. What is selfishness? Selfishness says, I, me, mine. I, me, mine. If I ask you, why do you want to become doctors? So that I can get a good job. Why do you want a good job? I'll get good salary. Why do you want good salary? My life will be settled. I can have a happy life. Many students give this answer. What does it mean? I, me, mine. I am working so hard so that I can enjoy. Of course, I'll give money to my parents, my wife, my husband, my children, but I want to enjoy. It is self-centered life. Animal level is self-centered life. A self-centered life cannot but be selfish life. It is a selfish life. It begins with I, and everything has to revolve around this I. And everything has to be for my good. And such a person's thoughts will revolve around basic animal needs: food, sleep, sex, shelter. He cannot think beyond this. Whatever he thinks in different forms, his thoughts will revolve only around this: food, sleep, sex, shelter. Not that he is a bad person. He may be a good person, but he is just living an animal life. Very handsome animal, very intelligent animal, very beautiful, intelligent, wealthy animal. That's all he is. And there is no growth in that. Real growth is not possible at that level. To grow, to evolve, we have to rise at least to the level of the humanness, humanity, manushatva. Only then we can talk about growth. At the animal level, there is no growth. It is just like an animal outside. At the humanity level, I am living at the conscious mind. My conscious mind is guiding my choices. Reason is playing a role in that, not instincts. And I develop one power which is called, one of our presidents, Swami Mahamedhananda, used to call it, enlightened selfishness. If you want to be a good doctor, you will not be if you live at the animal level. If you live at the animal level, take it for granted, you cannot be a good doctor. Profession-wise, you may be very good, but you will be a very selfish, corrupt doctor. And that will be a curse to our country. And it is a sin against God to be a corrupt, selfish doctor. If you want to be a real doctor in the real sense of the term, then you have to rise from animality to humanity. ಆ ಮನುಷ್ಯತ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. You will be a corrupt doctor. That's why the need, I have to grow, evolve. When I come to this manushatva level, I will be using my reason, deciding what is right, what is wrong, and I will start thinking about the good of others. Our Ranganathananji Maharaj, he calls it enlightened selfishness. It is selfish still, but it is enlightened. Enlightened in the sense, it starts thinking about the good of others. Bhagavan Buddha calls it Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya. Bahujana Hitaya, Bahujana Sukhaya. For the maximum good of maximum number of people. That will be the choice behind all, that will be the motive behind all my choices. Then I am evolving, I am growing. That is personal growth. Personal growth from animal level to human level. This is a fundamental aspect of personal growth. Why I am harping on this? If you go talk with any of the speakers or go to internet, what are the tools? They will give you a calendar, this, that, how to shake hands, how to smile, how to have your hair cut, all those, how to tie your neck, how to impress people with your dress. All this is outside. Swami Vivekananda says, what is the use of polishing the outside when you are rotting inside? You are living like an animal, and outside you are showing all this scent and suit and telling I am very evolved. You are just an animal in a good dress. And there is no evolution, no growth in that. No real good will happen to society when there is an animal inside. The real good to society comes only from those who have risen up from the animal, at least struggling to rise up from the animal to the humanity level. And that very process is what we call growth, and that growth will bring blessings to society and blessings to the individual. So at the animal level, it is instinct-driven life, subconscious life, selfish life. At the human level, it is a conscious choices made under the power of reason, and it is enlightened selfishness. It starts thinking about the good of others, good of people around me. When I start becoming like this, more and more unselfish, the mind becomes pure. How does unselfishness make me pure? Swami Vivekananda has a wonderful statement. If you ask, what is sin? Papa andre enu, what is sin? Swami Vivekananda has a wonderful statement. What is sin? Selfishness is the chief sin, Swamiji says. Swami Vivekananda says, selfishness is the chief sin. Swarthave parama papa. And when the mind becomes more and more unselfish, you start thinking about the good of others, and not just thinking, you translate it into some action. Not just thinking and feeling, putting it into action, doing something for the good of others, that selfishness will lessen down. And more the mind becomes unselfish, that mind becomes pure. That's why Swami Vivekananda has another definition of God. What is God? People fight about what is God. My understanding of God alone is correct, your understanding of God is wrong. And God is like this, God is like that. Nobody has seen, but they fight. Swami Vivekananda has a definition with which nobody can have a fight. He says, unselfishness is God. Unselfishness is God. Are you unselfish? Then you are manifesting the divinity inside. That is the goal of personal growth. Manifesting my inner divinity. And that will happen when you become more and more unselfish. This is the ideal. I have placed before you the ideal of how to evolve, how to have this personal growth, and that is this process of rising from animality to humanity to divinity. Now there are 3 obstacles to this. 3 obstacles to your personal growth. Please understand what I have discussed until now. Everyone wants success, but success cannot be had if I am not evolving, if I don't grow on this foundation of personal growth. True success will not come. True success is that which will bring good for me and good for society. What is the definition of true success? It should bring good for me, good for society. What is good? Not just money. Good means happiness, peace, love. Love, peace, happiness is the basic definition of good. We are forgetting this basic definition and we are telling money is good. You cannot eat money. Good means love, peace, joy. That has to develop, that has to evolve. And for that, I have to grow on this foundation of personal growth. And what is personal growth? That I have just discussed. Personal growth means evolving from animality to humanity to divinity. Every one of us, we have to evolve from animality to humanity to divinity. How do I evolve? Do I go to temple, masjid, church? You don't have to go. I am very religious. Should I be very religious to evolve? No, you don't have to be religious. You don't have to believe in God if you don't want. There are so many people who believe in God and who are corrupt, selfish, and who hate fellow human beings just because they think God told me this. No. You cannot hate God's creation and say, I love God. So we are not talking about that religion. Swami Vivekananda came to give us what he called practical Vedanta, practical spirituality. Practice spirituality in everyday life. And that practice of spirituality, religion in everyday life has 2 dimensions. You have to grow inside, and simultaneously you have to have a definite outlook, attitude, relationship with people around you. That will be the next point I'll be touching. So how will I grow inside? From animality to humanity to divinity, I have to grow. How do I grow? I will approach this by pointing out 3 obstacles for this growth.